Yep. After stabbing a dragon in the ass.
Me Russian.
Shut up, you're on the fucking sled, and I'm leading a donkey right now, and looking like I probably belong in a hospital.
You ain't the only one.
We first need to go deal with selling off the mundane items, and then look into getting these specialty items crafted away. I will also, since we're on the 5th floor and I was told to do this, Maria is exhausted and in pain, but she'll say, "Beigel, I made it. Fucking hurts." He said when I got to the next floor to say the name, so I did. Now on to selling. Uh, we'll go first. I want to make sure we do it bit by bit. We'll keep the spell components for Rip's character. Uh, I think we should start with a general store since we have a lot of some general stuff.
I will
Yeah, I can
assist
do that.
in that search check. Oh shit.
So that gives us a 23.
Yeah.
All right. Can I sense motive to see which one's going to be more looks to be more of an honest? Or what would you want me to roll to see which one would be more of an honest business person? Oh, okay. Not a normal skill to have, but nope, you're perfectly fine. I'm good with it. It's just I don't have many points into it. Third. Oh no, 21. There we go. Then I guess we don't go to the gnome.
Well, I go where you drag me, Maria, and I'll help.
Yeah. With 2 bags of holding for cheaper.
Yeah.
Ah. As a player, I now realize I have rogue detection. If I do it right. Huh. Well, I have light fingers.
I'm not metagaming at all, wondering what that symbol means that's carved into the wall.
It's thieves' camp for fence.
I know not of
We'll
what you
head to the
speak.
other. We'll head to the other general store, though. Do the guards react to us having this sled full of goods? So we're not getting approached. Therefore, I can assume that none of this would be hidden away, stolen goods, or anything that may have been on the floor. All right. I'm asking this not because as a player, but because Mary had the thought on the way up of, huh? Someone could have easily hidden a lot of stolen stuff down here.
I'm not smart enough to figure that out.
Hello, proprietor. We have some things I think you'll be interested in as a general store. Mary will look at him and go, well, what we were going to sell you, and then see if you had connections with a blacksmith for the more items that were less in your wheelhouse. As we do need to be introduced to one, as we're hoping to get better gear as well. As she'll gesture, as she'll point out the items that we were planning to sell to him would be the where are they? The barrels of wine, brandy, and bourbon.
I tap my hands on those barrels.
A barrel each of.
Oh, I'll be
We
back in
have
a second.
two
I got a
barrels.
phone call.
We have 2 barrels of wine, 3 of brandy, and 1 of bourbon. take a look after. I think this way we can handle business one way then the other. We have 8 daggers, 4 long swords, 4 short swords, and then in here the list is we have katana, broadsword, a great axe, cold and hot weather clothing, 2 books that are not being sold as their titles have been scratched off, but Mary has taken interest in them. 2 sets of full plate, a chest plate, regular, and some regular leather and studded leather. 4 bits of leather to be total. We found it on the 4th floor, inside of an armory. Huh.
Wasn't like that when we picked it up.
Well, we didn't test it. We were kind of in a hurry. Uh, Mary will nod. I have no con bonus right now, so I'm not going to offer to try it. There's no way in hell you're getting me to drink anything. That's a problem then. Sense motive. I have a +8 to this. May as well make use of it when we're in towns. 15.
I walk over to the barrel and take a sniff. I think we got gypped, Maria.
That means we. Understandable.
Ooh. Or training toys. I lean over to Maria. What about the chest with the gems and
There's a specific item I need to check up. A few specific set of items I need to check on before we continue. As Mary will go to the chest and open it to check on the crystal ball that's filled with smoke, the chiseled marble, and the large gem that's split between purple, red, and blue. These three are all right. No, I was told not to touch. As I'll also then check the dragon breath gland that I was handed by the very rushed watcher of floor 4. Well, then what about this? As Mary will gesture for him to come over and point to the crystal ball, the one that she is least interested in us keeping because it's the one that Ren wanted to fill. Yep, because the marble was said to give off a feeling of sunlight. Keeping that's good. If you so desire to. We were told not to by a very reliable source on these items. We
I
don't
look
know
at
what any of
Mary and
these
shake my head. I don't want to know.
we don't know what any of these three do, but that is the one that we deemed the most troublesome. So 150 to have it off our hands sounds generally all right.
Mary, are we gonna sell the red, purple, blue one?
No, I think we should get that made into something for as I look to the drow that is passed out on the sled. That one.
Oh,
Try and pull them off the
okay.
path they're currently on. Unless you'd rather have something made into something for you.
A better shield. That's all I can think of.
We'll work on getting you a better shield regardless.
Yeah. Oh, sir, about the alcohol that you don't want to buy because it's bad. Is there anything you can think of that you could use it for?
Expired alcohol can be used as a cleaner. That sounds good.
Can you make it 51, please?
Mary will take that and well, there's a total of 6 barrels, so that'd be 300. I pass the copper piece to Dash.
Yay!
And
I
I
made
put the rest
money.
of the I put the other 300 into the party fund that I'm going to be using to pay for all these upgrades for everybody. Figuring out what's wrong with them would make their value go up. Generally,
We'd have to pay to figure it out.
then or we have to find a blacksmith who's looking for a challenge.
Ooh, and you asked this guy if we could show us to a blacksmith, and we have other stuff to sell to the blacksmith, so that would work out in the end. Yay!
Because I wouldn't want to trouble you with goods that are not up to snuff any further. That's fine. We'll probably be in town for a couple of days. Gesturing to the pale complexion. Took a bit of a beating.
No,
No,
it's not.
no. Maria, I turn to the gnome and go, is there something we can help you with, sir? We're hoping to sell it. We were going to take it to a blacksmith so that we could possibly get it properly dealt with. I'm willing to do that for most of the items. The items in the chest and those books I'm interested in myself. The items in the chest we're planning to get crafted into new things to try and help us survive a bit better, given our current state. However, the chest will be for sale once those are dealt with. For free? Since you're interested in them, sure. But if you glean at anything, I'd appreciate knowing, since we were told not to touch them. Maria will let him see the items then. Hmm. All right. I'm already a bit too tied up with other problems as I look to the bundle. I was told it figured out its purpose as we went along, so it worked as a guide on the last floor. So just keep having it act as a guide to what we desire. That makes sense, given that one of the rooms on the last floor had three elementals that couldn't merge, apparently. I'm hoping to have it turned into a staff or a wand for as I look to the sleeping drow. That one to get them a bit further away from what they're trying to follow. I don't suppose you know of any in town? Wouldn't mind writing a letter of introduction then, would you? Or at least passing word that we'll be stopping by.
Happily pull the copper just earned. I'll pay you a copper for it.
Mary will lean to the gnome and whisper, "Consider it 40. Beat the blacksmith's offer by only 45%. We have to find someone to keep an eye on us while and take care of us all while we recover, and then see if the blacksmith can do something with a few items. Your magus craftsman may be handy in dealing with one other item if it can't be turned into a weapon for me, as Mary will. This guy's been trustworthy thus far and hasn't seemed to yoink anything. I'm keeping a very close eye on him and keeping an eye out. Show the dragon's breath gland from the transforming fucking dragon. Drake. Nearly killed us. Looking to the fire, I hope that's not his residence. The fire that was started,
Where all
that
the
we saw the
smoke's coming
smoke
from.
billowing. Well, then, if you can try and make that meeting a bit easier. Just a bit ago, just before the gnome showed up behind us. Ah, misheard you then. My bad. Certainly will. Looking back at the money we just got for all that, even as raw material, were we gypped? Is just everything on the from the floor fake? Mm, the spell components. We didn't take any gems.
Yeah, I got a question then. So the 800 copper, 2,000 silver, 1,500 gold, and the 5 platinum pieces that we collected, those are all fake?
Maria is annoyed because the floor tried to kill us over fakes.
That's bogus. I call bogus.
Let's find an inn. We have a meeting in the next couple days with them and find someone to pay to take care of us. Set aside the coins that we found on that floor. We'll try and deal with it later.
Let's, if they have a market, let's see if someone's willing to buy fake coins for
Oh, I'm sure there's
gifts.
plenty willing to do it.
I assist.
Taverns or hospitals, essentially. That'll
Hey, we
be
got.
a 14.
Yep.
That one's immediately off because we don't want to burden them any extra. The other one, what god is it to? What's the holy symbol there? Hmm. Concerning. Interesting, like good interesting, or interesting like I'm dealing with the corrupt nobility of Japan interesting.
Oh, like a Christian
They're
going to a voodoo
quacks.
specialist.
They're quacks. I'm not dealing with quacks when I'm already barely breathing.
Can we pause here?
We'll go towards one of the inns. I'm not trusting quacks with my health. I'm already unhealthy as it is. I look to the chest that apparently has a sun god's thing in it. If it reacts, I'm about to probably yuck it at him.
I'm sitting on the chest.
Oh, right. We're safely leaving. I'm not turning around.
Yeah, I just look at Mary and go, I didn't feel anything.
Middle or lower, honestly. I'd like to gather information on the two to see which one might offer the help we need. And Mary is fine with the lower because slum liver. Yeah, more or less. Just get
I'm going to
general
use my
ratings.
listening skill as we travel to see if I hear anything about good inns. Listen.
Oh, I thought I'd have to roll gather information. Luckily, they had the same modifier.
I rolled a 9.
13 gather information.
And I rolled a 9 for listen. I passed that on to Maria.
I'm guessing that one that they're recommending is the one that's the upper district. Uncomfortable with that idea. We thank you for your information.
Yeah, floor 3 left a bad taste in my mouth with that one.
Gross. Let's check the 4-star. Racism. I don't belong here. Mary is on edge. Fancy. We're just checking prices first. Two with I first check the drow to make sure they are a girl. Two, one for one single, one with two beds.
The drow in the sunrise.
I guess 3 separate rooms so we can put the drow in a single sunrise, and Dash, do whatever you want so long as you have your own money.
It depends on how much it costs.
If it costs more, I'll cover the extra out of the party fund.
That sounds
That
good
would be
for me.
perfect. That'll be the one we'll need because we each need to have a long rest.
And that's for all 3 rooms together?
How much is also boarding for, say, a mule and a sled? Yes. Hasn't
Only
been
one per
me
boat.
once. That is fine. As Mary will pull out the 60 gold, and it'll be from the money she was just given, not anything she had before, as to make sure that it is real coin and pass it over to her for that with a 1 gold tip as well. A menu to each room. I think for the one that's still passed out, just something, a hearty soup would probably be good. Maria's tail is puffed up. This is very high class and fancy, and that is probably the most money she spent on what would be a week of basically nothing.
I quickly tell Maria, I'm gonna grab the box, the chest, and I'm gonna bring that up to my
Take it.
room real quick.
I
And
was going to
then
say bring it to my room because
okay.
it has the books in it, and I'll just read those in my rest.
Okay, so I go back to the sled, grab the chest, bring it up to Maria's room, go down, get Rin, bring Rin to her room.
I
Then
was
I
going
come
to
back
take Rin
down.
to her room while you, because by the time you finish walking one way, I can carry Rin somewhere.
Oh, I didn't know if you could or not. Okay.
Yeah, she can technically fit in a bag of holding. The coins I would have gotten off of everybody, brought to me, along with the rest would have been sealed in, basically covered with blankets on the sled. What's in the bag? How much? I immediately put the 3 platinum into my belt, and we will separate the rest later. So There was how much silver? How much silver and
1,500
gold?
silver, 1,000 gold, and 3 platinum pieces.
Yeah, I'm keeping the 3 platinum pieces are already tucked away, so we'll use that money to, I guess, get our items upgraded then. Maria, still looking pale, only have gotten back one of her con at this point, is exhausted and on edge being somewhere so fancy. If you've ever seen a cat that didn't want to be bathed, whenever bath time comes around, it's that when someone else is bathing her. It is not fun. And she's just focusing on reading these books whenever she can, letting herself fall asleep whenever. Mary will make sure to note that on a separate piece of paper and stick it into the front of the book, given it didn't have a description. I know which one we got. Nope. It seems that those all merged into being the same floor. Oh, I guess that's how this works in the tower, which means the god that I block to right now is just some guy or girl or whatever. Huh. That's fine. I'm also going to give you a PM of one other thing I'll do away from the party whenever I have a moment. Because that's something I don't need them realizing I'm doing. Yes, I'm betraying you all and selling you off into slavery.
You're worshipping a drow queen? Oh god. Here we go.
As a cat, I've sacrificed you all for my own pleasure and relaxation. I've gotten
You
too
knocked
used to
me
being.
off the counter? How could you?
Yeah, yeah. I got too used to being pampered in just 2 days that I said I'd sell you two to keep getting this treatment forever.
You're actually a ginger cat, aren't you?
No, no, I'm a black cat. All the more reason for me to do it.
You're a ginger cat that dyed its hair black. I know it.
The only ginger here is probably Dash.
Actually, he's not. His hair is blonde, even though you can't see it.
Hmm. All right. And I'm guessing it and that the book one ends there. All right. Maria will put them away after dealing with that, and just keep resting. Other than dealing with the one thing I messaged you about. I can do that. Ba-da-ba-ba. If I have the time, if I wasn't resting, I'd probably spend more time on it. 17. Yeah, those will get bundled separately so they can be disposed of safely. Well, when we meet the Magus, I'll have to have her deal with these. I don't trust myself to deal with them. Unless the tower wants to eat them, I don't care then. Well, I'm fully healed, grabbing my sword, getting my stuff on as I run. Not intending to fight, but intending to make sure I protect myself. Oh no, that's horrible. Oh, is that an eldritch monstrosity? Okay, that answers that question. Maria is just going to be on guard, but with her tail puffed up because being just appeared out of light, scary. But my sword is not drawn. That was weird. Like it waved its hand at me or at the fire. Hmm, I don't have anything that other than pure muscle that I can technically help with, and I don't think muscle's gonna help here. If I'm being 100% honest, when there's a spellcaster in town. If she's asked for help, Mary will, but there's no reason for her to just go off her right now.
I eventually make it down the stairs fully dressed and ready for a fight, and then see Maria and join her.
Son of a bitch! Mary goes and helps. The Magnus was named. God fucking damn it. We needed that help.
I follow.
I have an alibi. It wasn't me.
I had to put it in there.
That's annoying. We'll have to get rid of these some other way. Maybe that Smith will know.
The gnome.
He said he wasn't interested in them after looking at them.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, I remember you from the first floor. Sure, but Dash, why don't you go first? I'll probably take longer, given I've already been very traumatized by the tower.
Okay. Follow me, Sir Pip, as I lead the way to my
Well,
room.
you're following Sir Pip. Go. We're in a different lobby, buddy.
Oh, we are? Oh. Ah. Didn't want to wait my pace, I see. Okay. I take a bit of everything on a plate to eat, and then I imagine a nice fruit juice in the cup, and I take that all to the table and sit down. My full name is Dashboard, and people just call me Dash. Thank you. Um, well, choosing to fight, it was never my choice. I just went along with whichever party was I was in, or whichever situation I found myself in within that party. And it's usually because of my speed that they don't let me lead, which is understandable. Um, Saying that I've had an enjoyable time are not the words I would use. I would say an interesting and educational time it has been. And yeah, other than the last floor with the fake coins and fake weapons, everything has been good so far. Um, what I would expect, not necessarily. Um, Up to snuff, on average, yes. Uh, Based on who we fight and how we fight and what's dropped, kind of thing. What I would expect is something, since it's the tower, that they would drop things that would be specific to the group that defeated them. No, what I guess I shouldn't use the word expecting. I guess I would more say hoping is maybe if boss for the floor that gets defeated drops something that falls in the boss's category but is useful for someone in the party, but also some money or gems so everyone else in the party gets a benefit as well, maybe. If I see any magic users, I'll let them know. Um, that's all I can think of is people that use magic would be doing that. So cleric, wizards. Oh, the devout. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll try to remember to pass the word on. Just don't hold me to that, please. Hmm. Hmm. Can you make my shields better protective of me or for me? Are they on this floor? Oh, never mind then. Thank you, though.
Didn't even ask what the price was.
Can I keep the food, please? I load the plate up. Yeah, I load this thing up like it's a cake part tower thing. And I go, thank you.
I'm guessing I appear suddenly. Well, the first floor we weren't able to get against the melee hobgoblin, so we went after the magic after he had powered up, so to speak. That nearly killed me. Second floor, I don't remember much. I made a deal on the first floor, and apparently, as Mary would be keeping the bundle with her at all times right now, got this from the what is calling itself the God of Good or Good God on the second floor, and have been giving it a purpose slowly. Well, I've been setting it to be like a guide for one's desires, because that'll come in handy down the road. That would be lovely, but I still feel I need to finish answering your questions. Third floor, I got stuck with what appears to be a cultist, and I'm not exactly pleased by it, but my uncle told them to do better before before going off and dying somehow and becoming a cloud in the sky. And then I burnt down a carnival. I'd hold no blame to the tower. That's fair. Then on to the fourth floor, we had the trial of greed out of the three that are possible there. And while after we got off the floor, it appears everything was at least worthless on the surface, it had value to some people, so it still paid out. Maybe not as much as we were hoping, but it was something. And we chose to fight the boss that was the Woodlands cat there for the mini boss, and the final boss was a Drake that kept changing forms and cheating. Perfectly understandable then. It's just it nearly killed my entire party, and you can understand why there'd be a bit of frustration at something that can transform every few seconds. But I have its breath weapon gland, so I'll see if something fun can come out of that. And it seemed the tower wasn't too happy with its final attack going a little wide. And I guess I should pass these off to you, as she will take out the ritualistic items from the cultists that she's packed separately. Those were on the one that was on the fourth floor, that the tower ate, and then spat up all of her belongings. Oh, I tried to get her to leave the tower before knocking her out. I won't kill them, but as long as I can knock them out and let the tower do its thing, I have no problem with that. Even less of a problem then. Although I will warn, you might want to keep a special eye on my spellcasting companion. They were the one talking to the. Huh. Didn't think they'd woken up yet. Mary will nod to that. with the Magus dead, we need to have somebody work with some items that were a bit too strong for us to handle safely. If you could assist in providing us a contact, whether this floor or a later one. All right, so either the hag or what was outlined in that journal as the last bastion, safety bastion there. All right. Ah, the wonderful woman leading the floor. I say hag as in recognition of species as it was written, not as detriment. Thank you, Sir Pip. Mario doesn't take anything. She just gives a soft bow and then lets herself be warped away. Why are they all beautiful?
And what's her name?
She didn't give it. But by context clues, Mary's gonna go, she avoided death. Hope her Minotaur's all right. Yep.
Let's have the plate with cookies and treats. Cool.